And so the run and gun continues in Super C, the sequel to Contra, on the very same system 2 years later. Now, I'm not nearly as familiar with Super C as I am with the original Contra, but I do know a few things. The default weapon is actually better than the machine gun. I forgot to mention that in the first game, and yeah, I already derped and picked up the machine gun, but hey, what you gonna do, right? Habits. Now, Super C didn't really change much in the mechanics. It pretty much works exactly the same as it did in Contra. It just changed some, like, the levels are different, the weapons work a little different, well at least one works different. The flamethrower weapon is now actually a good weapon. It basically shoots in two small bursts. If you hold it down, it actually does a shot that goes through enemies and hits bigger enemies multiple times, like turrets and stuff. It also ricochets off the floor, so if you're in a tough spot and you just need to shoot the floor to hit enemies away from you, go ahead. Actually comes in handy in some of the later stages. But we have to get the spread shot, man. The spread shot is still amazing in this game. Like, they did not nerf it at all. It's not until Hardcore and Alien Wars that the spread shot gets, well, relegated to not broken. Although Super C is a bit harder overall, you'll be sniped off the edge because enemies will like to pop up when there's nothing going on, so you have to always be watching. This helicopter is really easy, just take down the turrets and then take down the core. If it actually lands, it will drop troops and then fly back up. Spazz Attack! I don't know if I mentioned who I was. I'm Jedi, or Jedi Supersonic. And, well, Area 2 is, well, I mentioned this in my Contra run, but this is more, what's the comparison I can make here? Gain ground. It's kind of a top-down kind of shooting thing, but you have to be careful. There is no way to duck, so you have to dodge by, you know, moving around. Although the spread shot makes it easy to off-screen shoot enemies. You just have to be careful. Every bullet has kind of a radius too, so you can like outrun bullets, as funny as that sounds. I didn't know we were Superman, but hey. These turrets are hilarious because you can actually get them from the side like this. They're overly big designs and hitboxes destroy them. The nuke item, the you know, the glowing Falcon, is actually a lot more common in this game, I noticed, because in Contra 1 it only showed up like 2 times overall. Also, if you run fast enough, you can just run past bullets. Now this boss is kind of tricky at first. Your instinct will be going to the right because you have more room, but then that bar comes down and, well, you don't have much maneuverability. On the left, however, for some reason they don't go all the way over there, so you can easily just cheese them like this. And that's the second stage down. Like Contra 1, these more gimmicky stages, there's only 2 of them. The other one is stage 6 as opposed to stage 4 like last time. And now we go back to the roots. It's a jungle. This jungle is chaotic and fast-paced though. There's these turrets in the ground, you can see them, there's an outline in the grass. So they shouldn't sneak up on you. These snipers can, however. These snipers can sneak up on you so badly. You need to be very careful. Unless you're speedrunning this area, you need to just be absolutely careful. Always be shooting. Like, you know that advice I gave you in Contra 1? Always do it. Like, especially in this game, because they always try to come off screen. Well, this mortar thing's pretty easy to deal with. Just shoot it a lot, and you can also shoot the mortars falling down. It's a beginner's trap because sometimes people will try to avoid it, and it's kind of hard to avoid if you don't shoot any of them. Now water, I forgot to mention the mechanics of water because I didn't go into the water in the first stage in Contra 1. You can dive underwater, you cannot shoot while you're like this and you're completely stationary, but you are invincible to bullets. it's kind of ridiculous. Although since enemies are trying to travel at you in water, it's not advised to stay under submerged. The snipers in the trees will probably be where Hardcore Uprising got their idea for their snipers from. I hate that jungle level, by the way. Now we have a spider tank. Its bottom part is the weakness. It shoots 3 blasts, 1 wavy, 1 to the ground, and 1 in the air. You can jump on him, and as long as you keep moving with it, you should be safe. Just duck under the lower shot or duck under the middle shot, because the lower shot won't hit you if you're a little far away. This segment is kind of BS, to be perfectly honest. If you're new to this game, this section will catch you completely off guard. Some of the parts of the ground will fall, and if you're caught on the wrong one, you'll die, basically. And if you're caught in between them somehow, like falling platforms, you'll die instantly. It is really stupid. This boss is kind of similar to the Area 3 boss in Contra 1, although it's 4 orbs in a core instead of a, big monster throwing fireballs at you. But essentially you're going into a base both ways. Except we don't have the base infiltration kind of style of levels anymore. I heard they brought those back in Contra 4, which I might be playing here soon. Because I intend on playing through at least this game and Alien Wars. And after that, you get into the part where this game actually starts ramping it up. As I said at the beginning, I'm not nearly as good at this game as I am at Contra, so expect to see quite a number of deaths. I was actually doing this run earlier and talking to a friend of mine who goes by SRC. It's just like, this game, I just don't know it like I know the original. I didn't play this one for a long time. Oh, these bubble generators are annoying because if one of them spikes downward and just kills you, yeah, you have no way to avoid it. Now shooting those barrels will make them fall. You want to be under something so you don't get hit by them, and ducking just to be safe. You'll see the trickier one later, and yeah, I kind of derped. There's no reason to actually go after this cannon. See, yeah, leaving your toe exposed to a shot in Contra, it kills you. Reminds me of Jedi Outcast, because I shot a stormtrooper in the foot and he somehow died, and I'm like, Achilles heel much? I guess we have Mad Dog's toe to be angry about. Oh yeah, I forgot. In the first game, the main characters were named Bill and Lance. They were supposed to be the heroes of this, but for some reason in the American manual, we have Mad Dog and Scorpion, who would later be in Contra 4, as I hear, along with Lance and Bill and the other 2 guys or the supposed 2 other guys in Contra 3, the Alien Wars, even though it's supposed to be Bill and Lance the entire time. This slow elevator segment's kind of dull, but at least keeps you on your toes somewhat. The boss of this level is really annoying. Also, you want to shoot the thing coming up on the right. Trust me on this one. Spread shot! Oh, and here comes the return of the evil bubbles. Like, I swear these aliens are trying to, monopolize spa treatments. Like, they want to make everyone fabulous, but I guess the invasion part, kind of hampers their attempt to make people fabulous. At least they gave these people wings. Guess they drank all the Red Bull. You can off-screen shoot the bubbles because they're just waiting for you for some reason. This is like a bubble factory. Oh, this boss. Basically, he shoots lasers in a sequence. You see all those cannons? Those are all individual parts that you have to destroy. What you'll see is a tactical error on my part, because, like, the spread shot is amazing for this because you can hit multiple parts of it. I get a little too overconfident and be like, oh yeah, I can just end it now, and then it's like, no, you really can't. You can barely outrun the laser, so you want to start completely on the right side. Also, don't do that. You want to start completely on the right side when it starts and then go to the left. And then you want to keep going with the laser. Keep the pace up, and you should do that a lot smoother than I did on this run. Honestly, this run was mildly sloppy starting now, but I just got it done, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this anymore. Area 5 is kind of interesting. It looks like an evil, like chaotic Sonic slope level for some reason. I don't know why that's the vibe I get, but maybe it's because I play too much Sonic. Oh, here's the ability of the flamethrower shown in action. If you hold the button down, you'll see like the difference between me shooting it a couple times. Yeah, see? Insta-kill on the turret. So yeah, this flamethrower is definitely a massive improvement. But sadly, there's only one true love in this life, and it's called the spread shot. Now, you want to jump upwards a little bit here, like when you get up to this particular point, because there's these purple rocks that try to fall on you. Jumping will make the next part, the next segments, fall before you actually get up to them. So it's just a nice way of getting them to spawn early, so you don't get, like, one shot, because, you know, Contra, one shot. Now we're on like cargo crates or trains or something. That one opens up, so be careful. This one has a turret, but if you have the spread gun, you should be able to just easily blow it away. Sometimes you get paranoid about these things. It's easy to get paranoid in Contra. Ooh, this boss is actually really fun. It's really intense and really high energy, because he actually tanks the spread shot quite well. He shoots out these skulls, which actually take a few hits. He shoots out these red things, which take one shot. But you have to micromanage this entire thing while he tries to zoom down at you, and it's actually really intense. I actually really like this boss. This is like probably my favorite boss of the NES Contra games. And sadly, though, all good things must come to an end. Now we're entering stage 6. Oh boy. Stage 6 is the other top-down level. It's quite hellish. There is one segment that I hate with a passion. It is basically RNG, and I absolutely despise things that are completely random. This segment right here. These mouths pop up. There is no pattern. You have to be very careful and shoot them as soon as you see them. If you so much as flinch or stop like that, you are going to die, and yeah, you lose your spread shot. These guys are kind of annoying. Like, they block your shots, but they don't really do anything unless they do something if you leave them alone too long. But why would you? Why would you just walk around while they're like homing around you? Unless you like the attention, I guess. This segment's kind of chaotic. There's these little buggers coming out of the walls, and you gotta be very careful and fast. The laser, you could actually spam the shot and have it be like a short-range sword. It might come in handy in this segment if they didn't give you a spread shot. As I said, one true love. Those little scorpion things are pretty easy to deal with. They just shoot every now and again, but... Oh, and here's quite honestly another easy boss. Like, Super C is weird. It switches between hard and easy bosses on like the drop of a hat. Like, that's the first form, right? The second form looks intimidating, but no, it's not. Because see, you just shoot it a ton, you blow up its shots, this worm goes around you, it's like, oh, it's going around me. If you react bad, you can get hit by the worm, but just keep shooting, stand in the middle, you win. And now we go into stage 7, which, well, it's a trip because we're actually in the alien territory now. Hi, Gemini Man. Like, I swear that intro segment looks like Gemini Man's stage in Mega Man 3. These things are annoying. They take quite a few hits, and there's always guys going to be trying to go behind you. Another interesting thing in Super C is that if you're on an incline and you duck, you kneel instead of full-out crouching. It's kind of a cool detail. I actually really like that little attention to detail. But yeah, you always got to be on guard. Do not stop shooting and always check your back. Always check your back. Now this segment you just dig downward with your gun. With a spread shot, with a rapid fire, it's kind of ridiculously fast. It's just like Toad wishes he could dig this fast. Although this part's mildly annoying. And that happens to be rapid fire. I accidentally shot it and then I was like, oh wait, it's rapid fire. Now these things are kind of like the Zergling spawners in the final stage of the original. So don't let them spawn because these little buggers are a lot harder to hit. Yeah, so just take your time and shoot them all. Do not let a single one come at you. They are tricky to dodge in this game. Now we have this evil skull thing. He tries to shoot fireballs out of his chest. He tries to send the slime things out of his horns. The slime things are easy to deal with because all you have to do is shoot them. These red spiky things are easy to deal with, as I said, because you shoot them and they go around in a circle, so you can just easily jump. Just keep shooting the mouth and you should win. Also, the spread shot just kind of annihilates everything. Like usual. And with that, stage 7 is complete, and we are at the final stage yet again. To defeat the Red Falcon again. Because they don't know when to give up. Now, on the bottom, you'll see purple things with mouths again, just like in Contra 1. They're harder to see in this game, I swear. They also shoot red orbs, which aren't nearly as difficult to deal with as the white things that homed in on you. Because if you leave them alone, they won't really mess with you still. Here's some interesting jumps. Some nice platforming in this final level. I actually really like how this final level looks. And yeah, it's kind of easy to forget those guys exist. They shoot really fast, so if you don't pay attention, then you just kind of take it. But just keep your wits about you because enemies will keep trying to appear from behind you. And they're faster now, they're blue. If they were red, they'd be even faster, but you know, that's a discussion for another time. Don't know why I stood there to destroy that, but you know. Also, here's where the fireball really comes in handy, although I'm not going to show it off as well as I could. This segment has the above platform just dive at you like that. And it's very easy to instinctively just duck because you think it might squash you. But the fireball, it bounces off like walls when you hit things, so... And I have no idea why that happened. Prepare for some hilarious deaths, by the way. There is one in particular that I am not very proud of. Although this, I actually surprisingly really like this segment. Maybe I'm a sadist, but I just really like this segment. Like, it's challenging, but it's not unfair. Duh, how do I jump? Yeah. Yeah. Combo. Oh, you shouldn't be dying this much on this part, folks. Just keep up with the aliens and just don't second guess yourself on any of these shots. But with that chaotic level out of the way, we are now at the final boss. Will it be just as lame as Contra 1? I have one answer for you, and the answer is yes. It looks intimidating, don't get me wrong, but it shoots these black spiny things, which zero down. This red thing, you cannot destroy it. But here's the thing. Its weakness is the top head. You see what I'm doing? I'm just sitting there. I'm shooting upward at it. Kind of like how I did with the heart, right? It goes down that fast as a regular gun. And with that, that was Super C. I hope you enjoyed. And if you like this video, rate, comment, subscribe. And I'll be doing the Alien Wars sometime in the near future. No, I can't really say the near future. It depends on what I feel like. Honestly, my mind changes quite a bit. So, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Jedi signing out.